Okay, so I know I've been doing these live videos usually on Fridays, and I might still do one on Friday. I'm trying to get back into like the groove of everything and having a regular schedule to talk to you here in the DPT to CEO Facebook group. And over the past few weeks, I've been sharing some things that I've been going over with a few of my business coaching clients, the students in the DPT to CEO program, and sharing with you, all like the things that we talk about and how to problem solve with certain situations, especially as new business owners. And one thing that I really wanted to share with you tonight is this 4-step process that I have written out for one of my clients, I think a few months ago. And he was feeling like a little bit stuck. He felt like his patient inflow was kind of like medium, it wasn't a ton of patients, it wasn't no patients, but he was just feeling like maybe like something could be done about it so that he felt a little bit better about what was going on in his business. And so we worked together to put this list together, and I wanted to share this list with you because I think if you would be interested, it could be a really good topic for a webinar. So like a full feature-length webinar or a potential workshop to help you here in this group also feel like you're able to get unstuck. And whenever I am able to create things that are like really tangible, they have checklists, and like you have kind of like an exact plan, like a roadmap. That's how my brain works best to complete projects. And I know that lots of other people here also feel that way. And like an example is in my Therapy Business Basics mini course, which you can find in the announcements section in this group. The link to it if you want. It's just very like go right through the process, right through the checklist, and go from there. So I wanted to share this because this is similar to that checklist. And I'll go through it just a little bit here, and you guys that are watching, let me know if this is helpful. And if so, let me know what you got out of it and if it would be good to do a webinar. So I'm going to go ahead and share the Chrome tab. All right, so you should be able to see this, I believe. Okay, so we are pulling this up, and this is like my 4-step process, like I wrote in the description, my 4-step process. Anytime you're feeling stuck or feeling like you're having trouble finding clients. So this comes after you have already set up your business entity. So you have your business registered with the state or town, whatever paperwork you need in your local area. You have business bank accounts set up, documentation, like where you're treating, what your prices are, etc. So this comes essentially after Therapy Business Basics is over and complete. Then we move on to the next part, which is actually step 2 of my DPT to CEO program, is creating a really clear offer and service design, because that is like 100% integral, I think, to your success, is being able to have a really clear like service or product that you offer. And we can always talk about that more on a potential webinar later on. So let's say that you are completely all set up. Maybe you've had like a handful of clients here and there, but you're just like really feeling like you're in a rut and you aren't really sure what to do. So question number 1, or step number 1 of this 4-step process is this whole thing, honestly, actually is like a self-evaluation. And the first part, we are going to evaluate for you, do you have a clear offer? And, more than that, like, do you know what you're selling? You could have, for a lot of us here, like therapy sessions is what we're selling, like literally. However, you need to have some kind of like result, transformation, or like dream life description, so to speak, of what you are selling your patient and to your client. They're coming to you because they have a problem right now that's preventing them from being where they want to be in their life. And so you need to have a clear understanding of what that is, like what that dream life is that they want, because that's what we're going to market and sell. And then having a clear offer is a little bit more about the logistics and the details of what you're selling, as far as prioritize like time, money, and how everything works. That needs to be very clear, so that if somebody just came up to you on, on the sidewalk and said like, hey, Morgan, like I heard you have a business, like what do you do? Or how does it work is usually a common question too. So that needs to be clear. And if this part is not clear, the way that this list works, if number 1 is not clear, you don't have a clear offer, and you aren't super sure what you're selling, then this is what you need to focus on right now. Do not move on to trying to figure out what is the like number 1 marketing tool that you could be using if you don't know what you're selling. It will not make sense, and you'll end up spending a lot of time spinning your wheels and like just feeling frustrated that you're not getting any patients. So if your answer is anything but a 100% yes on number 1 here, that's what you need to be focusing on. So let's say you do number 1 and you're like, yes, I know exactly what I'm offering, I know exactly what I'm selling. Then we'll move on to number 2, which is, do you have a clear sales process? And with this, what I really mean by this is, remember that you are, as their therapist, as the professional helping them, you are the one that is in charge of guidance down a path to help your client get from A to Z. And you have to have some kind of even just like skeletal outline of what that process, what that client journey looks like, so that you can take people from, an inquiry or just like a conversation at the gym or whatever to like talking in a little bit more of a formal setting, like a discovery call, or even going right to an evaluation, to a plan of care, to another plan of care, to a maintenance program, to like etc. It needs to be very clear like what the entire process is, because what I really found was when I could not tell somebody like exactly what to expect, things get a little gray. And being in this gray space, I talk about this a lot with my clients. If you're in a gray space and we aren't really sure like where we stand or what we're doing next, it's not very helpful. It's not going to help your business, and it's also like ultimately not necessarily going to help the client you're working. So that's number 2. You need to have like a clear workflow, and I would even recommend like writing it out on a whiteboard like this, or piece of paper, whatever. Like when somebody makes an inquiry or like you approach them and like do outreach, what needs to happen step by step by step? Like what are all of the things that they need to go through in order to complete the client journey, so that as you are talking to them about where you could be going, they can visualize it and you can visualize it too. And that makes it a lot easier. So if all of that is good to go, then moving on to number 3, do you have a clear marketing message? And do people know you as that guy or that girl? Like the person that does the thing. And like an example of this, I would say, is like I know that I've worked with a PT in my DPT to CEO program who specializes in equestrians. That's like her niche is equestrian. And so like if for some reason, like I came across somebody who is an equestrian and they're looking for physical therapy, I'd be like, Suzanne, like I know exactly who to send to her. And, I hope kind of, at least like where I'm at here in Henderson, I've worked with a lot of CrossFit athletes. And so that tends to be like that guy thing. I'm working with like fitness athletes. And then let's see, and Kyle, my fiance, he is the like running guy. Like if I came across a runner who needed help, I would be like, it's not me, but I would highly recommend you talk to Kyle. So that is like a huge part of your marketing message that I feel like sometimes gets like left behind a little bit in figuring out like exactly who people can refer to you. So like that is how clear I believe this marketing message needs to be. People need to know you as that guy, that girl, that person, where if somebody else like tells them they have a problem, somebody tells me they have a problem, then I immediately can think of a professional that can help this person out. So let me know if you have any questions on that. And then, is your marketing consistent and systematized? So if you have a clear offer, a clear like sales process and workflow, a clear marketing message, and you still are feeling stuck and having trouble finding clients, then number 4 is, are you being consistent and systematized with your marketing? Because if you're not being consistent and it's very sporadic, it becomes really hard to keep track of and see like what is leading to the results that you're getting. Versus if you are consistently marketing, you will be able to track over time, like what is leading to like my audience expanding, what's leading to getting more inquiries, what's leading to, like our website traffic going up or like downloads on our website going up. You can start to link it to things where specific like marketing tactics you're using are leading to a certain result. So if everything is just kind of like a little bit all over the place, I mean, that's probably why you're getting clients all over the place, or like it's just a little bit chaotic. So, and like I said, I think this could be really good to go over with everybody here at a later date, either this month or next month, and do like a webinar here in this group where we kind of like work through these 4 questions together, just to help you like figure out where the bottleneck could be, and like really start to refine the different things that you have going on so that you can have a successful practice. So anyway, I just wanted to share this because it was on my mind last week, and please let me know in the comments if this is helpful, what questions you have, and like I said, if you want to do a little bit more of a deep dive on this, we totally can at a later date. So anyways, I will let you go. Thank you so much for joining me. Anybody who is here live, or if you're catching this on a replay, definitely type that in the comments down below, and we will talk soon.